Okay, I did it. I think I did it. I think I managed to. I did. Okay. But is everyone with me? Oh man, that would suck. All right. It says. Oh, now it's saying viewer. Okay. It was showing 0 viewers. I switched from my phone to my computer. I had accidentally unplugged my router and I sabotaged everything. And then I just went on a bike ride instead of fixing it, which hopefully you were all there for. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Now I've got, about 10 minutes left of my screen. 15 minutes left of my stream. So I'll sing a song here in a minute. Let me get ready. That was a long bike ride, don't you think? Yeah. This is a stage prop. It's not real or anything like that. I do it just to get viewers and stuff like that. I'm actually totally against marijuana. I think that we need to stop people from smoking it so that the amount of people that overdose on it every single day, like it could be their first time doing it and just overdosed. Yep. And I know that overdose doesn't kill you. It just makes you like see things and stuff like that. And so you got to be really careful not to do too much. Yeah, that's the way that works. Oh man, I got some music going on, don't I? Oh no, it's the background music from the game I'm playing. Okay. Now I know what's going on. Man. Alright, you guys want a song? Or do you want me to play a stinky old video game? Magic the Gathering. Yeah, I can tell by all of your cheers that you want a song. So, I'll give you one of my favorite songs ever. It's the Stagger Lee song. I'll give you something to Google about later on. Look up Stagger Lee and Billy DeLions, the guy that shot Billy DeLions. Yeah, anyway, so here it goes. Old Stagger Lee was a bad man. Everybody know. Spent $100 just to buy him a suit of clothes. He was a bad man, a mean old Stagger Lee. Now Stagger Lee shot Billy DeLions. What do you think about that? Shot him dead cause he stole his Stetson hat. He was a bad man, not very good at cards either. Is the mean old Stagger Lee. Midline says, Stagger Lee, please don't take my life. I got me 2 pretty little children, not to mention my darling wife. Oh, please don't be such a bad man. Mean old Stagger Lee. Now Stagger Lee said, what do I care about your children, your darling wife? You done stole my Stetson hat and I'm bound to take your life. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a mean old Stagger Lee. Judge says, Stagger Lee, watch out down here. You done shot Billy the Lions, you're gonna get the electric chair. He was a bad man, such a mean old. This court doesn't hereby judge you a bad man. Mean old Stagger Lee's. At 12 o'clock they killed him, his head raised high. Last word the poor boy said was, my 6-shooter never lied. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a mean old Stagger. Clear. Yeah, so that's the old Stagger Lee song. Some of y'all might know the Grateful Dead version. It's not as good as my version though. Yeah. Let's see. So while we're here, let's close this. Okay. And let's open this. Let's see where our Dogecoin is. Oh, it's going back up. I was hoping to go below 10 cents today so I could buy some more, but it's just gonna stay at 10 cents. And if it keeps on holding that 10 cents, it's gonna do really good over the weekend. So I'd keep my eyes on that. My eyes and investments on that. Let's see. Stagger Lee. Let's see. Why is Stagger Lee important? Lee Shelton, popularly known as Stagger Lee and other variations, was an American criminal who became a figure of folklore after murdering Billy DeLyons on Christmas 1895. Oh, here we go. The real story behind that bad man, Stagger Lee. On Christmas Eve, 1895, a shooting occurred in North St. Louis saloon that was, oh man, go away, that was destined to find a prominent and permanent place in American oral tradition. The participants were 2 black men, a levee hand named William Billy DeLyons, and a part-time carriage driver and full-time pimp named Lee Shelton. In the course of an argument, Billy snatched Lee's Stetson hat from his head, whereupon Lee first struck and then shot him. Billy died of his wounds shortly thereafter, and Lee was sentenced to a 25-year prison term. These are the bare bones of the case, upon which have been piled countless folk tales, legends, and outright lies, ultimately giving rise to what has become one of the most popular American murder ballads, as well as one of the most widely adapted songs in our national history. Stagger Lee, also known as Staggerly or Stackelly, has been reinvented innumerable times as a work of chant, field holler, blues, rag, jazz, rock, and folk song. It surfaced in the same theme of major work, Stagger Lee Wonders, by noted poet James Baldwin, and is the subject of book Stagger Lee Shot Bill by Cecil Brown. It is virtually impossible to predict what people or events will be taught up in the myth-taking machine and what will simply fall by the way. Lee Shelton himself, armed with a pistol and buoyed by a drink on that Christmas night more than 120 years ago certainly had no inkling that his rash act of violence would elevate him to the pantheon of mythical Americans, and looking at the history of the man objectively, there is no reason to anticipate that it would. Somewhere in his youth, Lee Shelton had acquired the nickname Stack, presumably after a steamboat. The Stack Lee, which was then plying the Mississippi River. Physically, he was unprepossessing. At 5'7", he was a relatively small man with crossed left eye. According to the prison record, he had a face and torso that boasted several scars. He owned one of the Tenderloin's more notorious night spots, the Modern Horseshoe Club, and presumably used his job as carriage driver to direct white visitors emerging from Canal Street's Southern Railroad Station to his nightclub, the local Bordellos, or directly to girls whose activities he personally oversaw. Yeah, so that's the story of Stack Lee. He's the stories go both ways. There's the story where Stack Lee was a hero, and then there's the ones where he was not a hero. He was just a pompous man who shot a good man over absolutely nothing, and it's just one of those really good stories that teaches you that sometimes it's good to just leave your guns at home, Like if you're going to get drunk and gamble, and you might get in a fight with someone over your Stetson hat, you might want to either leave your guns home or leave your hat at home. You got 3 choices. Pick 2: hat, gun, gambling. You see how that works. So now remember all these good lessons as I send you all to our very next. We still got a couple of minutes. Let's see. What can I do for a couple of minutes? I could tell a joke. Okay. Let's see. I know a really good one. So this little kid goes into a whorehouse, right? And he puts the $100 up on the bar and says, "I want to buy a hooker." And then he puts another $100 up there and says, "With herpes." And then the lady's like, "Herpes?" And he's like, "Herpes." Puts another $100 down. She's like, "Okay." And then so he goes, does the thing. He comes out, and he the whole time, right? He's got this string, and it's got a dead frog on it, and he's dragging it around behind him everywhere he goes. And so he's like, the lady's like, "If you don't mind me asking, why herpes?" And then he's like, "Well, whenever I get home, I'll sleep with my babysitter. And then whenever my dad gets home, he'll take the babysitter home, and then he'll sleep with her on the way home. And then when my dad gets home, he'll sleep with my mom tonight. And then my mom in the morning will sleep with the mailman. And that's the motherfucker that ran over my frog." Yeah, so that's the story of my frog. That's what happened to it. That's also how I got herpes. Well, my whole family got herpes. I've got crabs, babe. I learned this one from Farmer Supreme. I've got crabs. I got them from you know who, and now I'm giving them to you. We've got crabs, babe. We've got crabs. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Well, for another minute or two anyway. And I'm getting this ready because I'm a good boy, and good boys do things right. They do it right and right on time, and they don't screw it up, which I think I actually did, and I apologize to everybody watching, and I hope that this doesn't make me look as unprofessional as I pretend like I'm not. What does that even mean? Okay, now watch me not do this right. I think I'm gonna do it right. Are we ready? Let's make sure in here. Looks like we're ready. We are ready. Alright, and now I am going to send you all to Big C Deer Hunter, who I promise will not ride a bike for a half an hour of his segment. But I could be wrong. Maybe he will. Uh-oh, I did it wrong. I knew I was doing it wrong. You know how you do it wrong 3 times in a row? Never mind. 3 times a charm, 3 times a charm, hey! Here they come, walk down the street.